All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, good footwork on the snap. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Freeman. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second down, Freeman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On the heels of that good carry by Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert! Ready, set! Line 25! Line 6! Line 6! Gun! Get in the weight room! Here we go!
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency. And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half. Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do? Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run. On 3rd down, Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it. I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Gun! Hey, express!
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And this will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Get up!
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
54, south. 11. 21. Let's go.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss.
Hey, let's go.
I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
12.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Tech McKinley in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. A good pickup there at 22.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He finds an opening past the 40. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. We just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little gain into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Barkley takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot! Hot!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw would turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
No, check. Patriot! Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Who needs help? Who needs help when you got teams like this? Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. All day. All day.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Hot! Hot!
Here's Jones operating from the gun. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Vic Beasley able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Watch the screen! Pass!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Watch left. Stop right there. Everyone's got four down. Gun.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short gain here down to the 22. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Hey, let's go. Double tight. Right. Four down. Alert.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, gun.
On third down, it's Freeman. Freeman with a fast feet and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that was a gutsy call. In today's NFL, that is a passing down, but they broke tendency and in a big way, and they were rewarded with a big run. Now they're set up for 1st and goal. Got to give a lot of credit to the offensive coordinator. He didn't play it safe. took a chance, and it paid off.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A handoff to Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Check, Patriot!
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And Rosas puts this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
21.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
Gun. Hey, Tuesday.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
4 down. Hey, express. Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it. Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Fighting through. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Smith, his first carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hey, let's go! Left!
penalty. Here's Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
39.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, look at that. Oh, what a move. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the
All right,
proper play.
Green, 39.
But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Throwing Jones. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. This is Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Jones. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, look at 56.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Flush to his right. Over the middle, open is Thomas. Skirts by him at the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass.
Touchdown, Giants! Julio Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Freeman again. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
4 down, check. Gun.
Here's Ryan to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
You got 4. Hey, Tuesday. Hey, check back, 6.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Right. 21.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's where you belong.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A first down carry for Smith. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Gun, gun, gun. Here we go.
Here's Ryan. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
He'll get it up the middle. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Hey, rip lance.
They come up in an offset eye. He's going to get it running right. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Ryan keeps it on the sneak, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Right.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And his throw is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's the backup Lauletta. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Grady Jarrett able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, express, express. 11. Wait. My 52, my 50. Let's go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Three down. Watch the safety creep.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
Tuesday.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On second down, here's Smith. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 9. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
20.
The pitch goes to Smith. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory. So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Here we go now with Smith. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Atlanta, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll be back home next week for a